Hi, good morning, Nepal, and good morning, everybody watching us live today. As we have announced, we are starting today our 2021 UK Education Virtual Fair. We have our guest on the screen as well. He is Mr. Ashish Sharma from the very popular university from the UK, the University of West London. As we may have heard about West London and their programs a lot, and the great thing about them is they are affordable. They are right in London, and they have a great program that has placement opportunities as well as at some extended master's program, and they also have mid intake. They have programs starting in May as well as September and January. So I would like to welcome you all first, and of course our guest today, Mr. Assis. Assis, welcome to the event.
Thank you. Thanks, Pawan, for welcoming us. We are very, very glad to start the virtual fair, round of the virtual fair with you. Thanks for welcoming us.
Great. Yeah, as our first university participant, we'd like to actually like take this opportunity to bring it to all our viewers right now, and who will be watching us on the recorded version. And first of all, I'd like to thank you for all the support, your team, Karan sir, and everybody who are supporting us along the way. And we are glad that we could we could start the new recruitment of students for UWL West London. Okay, and today we'll start this great opportunity with you, talking about the university, the program, the situation in UK, the students, about the choice of the programs and all. So I can see our students joining us here in this platform. Uh, uh, Before that, I just want to first, officially welcome you, definitely, and right in a few seconds. Dear viewers, as you can see, we have this listed universities which are going to be participating in our event from 11th of this February till 11th March. That is 30 days, let's say 1 month from now. And we'll expect like two universities participating every week. So you will have ample time to think about every universities and their offers to you. Please be fastened, be attentive, and feel free to ask us any question anytime. We would love to hear from you. We want to help you get to the right university, right programs. We at the Bradford, uh, we are at Bradford. Would be happy to welcome you in the office, or if you want to contact us through email or Facebook Messenger or any other platforms, please feel free to contact us. We'll be happy to guide you through all the steps. So you'll be a successful candidate for us, the next successful candidate. All right, so before any late, let's start this event, and I want to tell you that this is going to be 45 minutes long session, and we expect a lot of information to be received from our guest today, Mr. Ashish Sharma from the University of West London, UK. Let's start it. Ashish, over to you.
Okay. Thank you, Pawan. And I'm really glad to be here to interact with all the students from Bradford. And I really hope and I really would really like to see you all, studying at the University of West London. And we'll definitely share relevant information about it, about studying in the UK, about the University of West London, how are things going on over there, and how is it that you can plan your UK overseas study. Uh, you know, a little bit about that. So what I'll do, Pawan, is
Sure.
I'll just share a brief presentation about the University of West London so that the viewers have something to look at while I speak.
Yeah, sure. That would be awesome. Because our plan is to provide as much information as we have regarding the University of West London. So let's do this. And I hope our viewers are ready to uh, get more information as live from your side. Let's start
Okay.
it. And to our viewers, as you can see on the screen, as it is popping up, this session will be covering all these topics. Like you can read, The university, its programs, the tuition, entry requirements like IELTS, your academic requirements, scholarship, and when and how to apply for admissions. And once you get the offer letters, then the next step would be the cast letter, and what are the process like visa interviews, some credibility interviews, and of course about travel and accommodation after you get the visa. And of course this COVID pandemic, what has been the provision in place to the international students who are traveling to the UK at the University of West London. All right. So please stay tuned in and spare some time with us. And you are good to start your presentation, Mr. Assis.
Okay, thank you, Pawan. So a little bit about the University of West London.
Hmm.
Right from the logo, you can see it's stated as a career university. So, what is a career university? It is not a particular category of university, I would say, where a particular number of universities fall into, but it is something that the University of West London has come to be known over. So, all the academic processes of the university, the vision of the university, all these things are geared up
Hmm.
towards making students career ready. So that's one of the reason why it has come to be known over as the career university. A little bit to share, a few details to share about the UWL. It's overall a 34th ranking UK university according to the Guardian University Guide 2021. So these are
Hmm.
the latest ones, and it has also jumped a massive 23 places this year to become number 34. Also, let's say about other rankings, the Times and other recognized rankings, it ranks somewhere close to it. So, for example, yep, so Times is 52. It has again jumped some close to 30 places to become number 52 in 2021. Also, constantly voted as the top modern university in London for overall satisfaction by the students, according to, let's say, the National Student Survey 2019 and 20. So, uh, the students are quite happy because National Student Survey is an exercise where the existing students in the university participate. So, consecutively being ranked well, um, the University of the Year for student experience in the Times and Sunday Times, Good University Guide. So I was saying that the University of West London has come to be known over as the career university, and that's why if you see the graduate employability, very high, 98%, one of the highest in the UK, according to HISA. Also, the Association of Graduate Careers Advisory Services membership quality standard is a recent phenomenon that has taken place. If we talk about the TEF, or the Teaching Excellence Framework, it's a silver award. Uh, the Business School of the Year has was also recently awarded as the Business School uh, of the Year in the UK. So moving
Hmm.
on to the location,
Hmm.
so a lot of applicants, would consider location would be a key parameter for
Correct.
selecting a university, or they would like to understand where exactly the university is located.
Hmm.
So it's located in a place called Ealing, of course, in west of London, as the name suggests. 20, the closest landmark I would say is the Heathrow Airport.
Hmm.
So all the students who've been to the UK, they would have mostly landed at the Heathrow Airport, 20 minutes away from there,
Hmm.
30 minutes away from the central London area. This is one particular area which almost all of the people would be aware of. They would have, you know, probably visited or seen on the media or movies, and also 30 minutes away from there.
Hmm.
One big thing, or one important thing regarding the location that I particularly like, or according to me is important, is
Hmm.
the kind of industry exposure which is available to students by being in
Hmm.
that particular location. So, in the central square, you can see 50% of the world's 300 top companies have headquarters within 15 miles of the UWL
Most likely.
campus. So, yeah, a lot of companies, these big companies, their headquarters are located, they have their presence. And
Hmm.
that's why I think this is one of the major reasons why the university enjoys a very high graduate employability as well.
That's correct.
And
Yeah,
Yes,
as I
Pawan.
said, because as I mentioned earlier, and you're gonna tell the same thing to our viewers, the future students at UWL, that UWL got various programs, including the industry practice. That's
Yes.
very helpful when the industry is around your campus, and then see you can take the class, and when you have those internship programs, those practice opportunities, of course, those are the places you would be looking to. So this is important. And when you are right in the central of London, of course, things are around you, like when it comes to internship as well as studies. That's great news. Thanks.
Yes, Pawan. And especially when I speak to students, so we, of course, you would also agree to the fact we normally speak to various students on a daily basis. So the exposure is an aspect that a lot of students look forward to when they go for international studies. I'm sure that even in Nepal there are various universities where applicants can study in their home country itself and can gain a degree from a UK university by studying in the UK curriculum. But what they can't have is the kind of exposure when which comes by actually traveling to a different country altogether. So that is something that is there. Uh, that's what I like, as a part of the location.
Hmm.
Moving on to a few details about the campuses. So we have two campuses, the Ealing and the Brentford. Both are 1.5 miles away from each other, quite close. There's a free shuttle bus in between these campuses, and there's also the Paragon Let's, that is the university student accommodation. So for all the students who wish to stay in the university student accommodation, it is located near the Brentford site or the Brentford campus, and it's for applicants who have their classes in Ealing. They just have to hop on the free shuttle bus. In 15 minutes, they will be in their classes in the Ealing. For Brentford, they just have to walk down to their campus. Nearby areas, what I feel, where students can also have a comfortable stay if they want to stay outside the university accommodation, would be probably, let's say, Hounslow, Acton. A lot of applicants also stay in Southall. These are kind of the areas where students will be able to get a decent private accommodation, and will be able to find a good community, a good home community as well in these areas. A little bit about the facility. So, all new and renovated facilities. The university ranks seventh across the UK for the facilities spend, or the kind of money that the universities spend on developing its infrastructure. 150 million pounds have recently been invested in renovating the campus. A few unique facilities which I feel are, for example, let's say the university's own radio station by the name of Blast, all run by the Blast FM, by the name, all run by the students themselves.
Hmm.
Though a library is a part of every university, but it has UWL has recently managed to get a huge library. All these three floors are a library, endless shelves of library, and it is also 24/7, open. So
Access. Okay. Hmm.
yes, and so for all the students who are nocturnal, they wish to stay awake till late. It's good for them as well. Not
Hmm.
for not for early risers like me though.
So it's
Okay.
unlimited access to the library, so you can stay there, do your assignments, or read the books as long as you want,
Yes.
because it's twenty four
all the
seven.
all the group
Yeah.
group projects, there are a lot of, especially in the UK curriculum, there are a lot of assignments
Hmm.
or projects wherein students have to interact with their classmates, or they have to work in groups, so
Exactly.
that's
Hmm.
beneficial for them as well.
Great.
uh, there's a startup incubator by the name of Westmont Enterprise Hub. There's for hospitality and culinary students, there is a West London Food Innovation Lab. There is a Pillars restaurant inside the university itself, which is open to outside guests as well. And
Wow.
I really enjoy, I whenever I'm there at the university, I really go and I enjoy seeing the sight of all students working, and it's
Great.
it's a it's a kitchen managed by students themselves. So, and
Oh,
that's
the student
great.
themselves. Okay. So the kitchen.
Yes.
So you mean you have the programs, hospitality, some like cookery programs.
Ah,
So
yes.
Um, so that brings like uniqueness to the university kitchen. When your own students are being the chef and the staff there.
Yes, so in just in that sense, yes, there are a few programs which actually gives a diverse taste to the university, or you can actually see people from various backgrounds, various cultures in the university. For example, I'll come on to later on. We also have
Hmm.
a school of music. So the London College of Music, it's quite a
Hmm.
renowned school of music worldwide, and so when typically when a student enters the school, at one end they will see a Pillars restaurant, people dressed up as students dressed up as chefs and working inside. On the other hand, they will see jamming sessions by the music students. There
Okay.
is all these things are there.
Right, right.
So,
So kind
and
of
that's why.
refresher for them when they are working, like in a break, like they can jam music and then enjoy the good. Yeah.
So that's one thing which we have to take care, as in the management has to take care in the
Uh-huh.
university accommodation, to
Right.
keep all the music students in one particular area. Otherwise, all other students would be disturbed because they will be playing their instruments and singing out loud. So that's
Absolutely.
something that we take care of.
Right,
Yes.
right. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So moving ahead, a few other things of probably, let's say, a flight path simulator.
Mhm.
So the university is very well connected to the Heathrow.
Mhm.
So whenever you go there, you can notice that a lot of students are working there at the Heathrow, and a
Mhm.
lot of them are from the University of West London itself. So that's why they have also sponsored a flight path simulator, the Heathrow
Okay.
archives in the university itself.
Mhm. Right.
So, coming to the study options or the courses that are available. So, these are the 8 schools under the University of West London that we have. And I'll
Mhm.
take you through the kind of courses that are available under these schools. So, let's just
Okay.
starting with School of Computing and Engineering, courses related to computer science and civil, architecture, health informatics. These are the kind of courses available. So, under, let's say, the Department of Computing, we have various courses available at the bachelor degree: computer science, creative
Mhm.
computing, mobile computing, information technology. The ECE is there, electronics and communications.
Mhm.
Civil engineering, again, civil engineering, civil and environment, construction project management. These are the kind of courses that we have. There is an applied project management course under the School of Computing and Engineering.
Mhm.
It is specifically a project management course, and only people with a technical degree can apply for that course. So this is something there. And so earlier I said that the university ranks somewhere around 34th according to the Guardian. But if I speak about the course rankings, then the computer science course ranks around 11th across the UK by the same Guardian. It ranks 7th for the civil engineering department, again, as
Mhm.
per the Guardian 2021 as well.
Great.
The London School of Film, Media and Design, courses related to advertising, branding and communication, courses related to, let's say, journalism and other design subjects, filmmaking. These are the kind of courses that are available. Overall, I see London as a very good platform or a very
Mhm.
good city in order to study these subjects, because the kind of exposure, because the kind of companies that are there,
Right.
uh, the design firms that are there. It's a fashion capital, multicultural capital. So that's why a media hub as well. And, the university has tie-ups with BBC and also as well. So these are some things that help. As I said, London College of Music. Uh, Musicians like Freddie Mercury have studied from London College of Music, so it's one of the jewels, I would say, of the University of West London.
Mhm.
School of Law and Criminology, courses related to law and criminology. The LLB, LLM with various specializations available at the bachelor's and master's level. College of Nursing, Midwifery, and Healthcare. So there are various courses available under this school, but not most of them are not open to international students. So let's say the nursing courses and all, they're not open to international students.
Okay.
What the applicants can look for, as in terms of courses, are probably, let's say, a public health course at the bachelor's and master's level,
Mhm.
There is a social work, bachelor's of social work, which is open to international students. And there is a health informatics, MSc Health Informatics course, which is there, which technically comes under School of Computing and Engineering, but applicants from healthcare background also do apply for this particular course. And I would say a maximum number of applicants are from healthcare background for the
I see.
MSc Health Informatics courses. Yeah.
All right.
School of Human and Social Sciences courses related to psychology,
Mm-hmm.
forensics are the kind of courses which are available. At the master's level, there is also a psychology conversion course. So it's a MSc psychology conversion, meaning to say applicants who are from a different background and want to study psychology in masters, they can enroll themselves and they can study psychology and work as psychologists.
Mm-hmm.
London Geller College of Hospitality and Tourism. It's a 70-year-old school, quite reputed for the studies or the courses it offers in hospitality, tourism, aviation. There is the culinary arts course. There is an event management course. There is a food business management course. All these kind of the courses available with good internships, good experience as well.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Last but not the least, the Claude Littner Business School, which was also awarded as the Business School of the Year in the UK in 2019 by the Times Awards. Courses related to management, courses related to finance, accountancy, digital marketing is a popular course right now. All these kind of courses are available. And also there's the freshers route to the MBA as well. So most of the MBA cohort will comprise of work experience students, but also a few seats are there for freshers as well. So applicants who hold a first class in the bachelor degree, they can apply for as they can apply as a fresher to the business, to the MBA course as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty much about the university, and we
Programs. Okay.
can definitely talk about other things. Anything you'd like to talk further?
Sure. Thank you, Assis, about those programs. Definitely, that helps us, like provide the information about what to expect from the university, and then what programs are available there when our students are planning for their studies in the UK, and particularly in London, because there is a big demand for from students choosing London, of course. And like you said, you got over 300 companies in your surroundings, and students enjoying from various parts of the world, and your cafeteria as well as this library, and so many things to enjoy with while you're a student. So that things definitely gonna help all our students. And of course, our campus experience is all about being an international student. So
Yes.
right here, see, like some of our students might be still, like thinking, see, like the COVID situation is not over yet, but UK has been, like granting the visas to the international student, and they might have seen their friends or families flying out of Nepal to the UK, or from India and South Asian countries, and most of other parts of the world to the UK in this time also. So what do you see the trend? I mean, what do you see the situation like, what the students are still traveling to?
Okay. Yes. So yes, Pawan. So as I sharing with you that the Feb intake, the current Feb intake, which
Uh-huh.
starts very soon, and that has run to the full of capacity at the university, which we
Mm,
were not expecting. And yep, there was a rush of applications. In fact, there were more number of applications more than what we could process. So, earlier there was a time when, before the new strain came in, the university students would actually have 80% of their classes physically in the
mm,
campus. But
mm,
just because of the new strain that had come, London had to go through a lockdown. But now, if you ask me how it does, how do I see it going further? So I think definitely it will be much better because a majority portion of the population in London or in the UK, they have received the vaccinations. The vaccination drives are in full swing, and it is only to curb the new strain and to keep precaution that London went into a lockdown. So and vaccination drives are there not only in the UK but other countries as well. So what I see that that the situation is definitely going to improve, and uh, we for our coming intakes in May and September, the students will definitely be able to have a good amount of their classes physically on campus. I'm even
Mhm.
sure for the Feb intake as well. Recently just started with a blended learning uh, concept, but very soon the classes will be physically once you know once the lockdown is lifted, the vaccination drives have been successful. So that's what I see, and I don't see any reason for the May and September intakes, the students who are going there, uh, you know, to be studying majority of their courses online. So of course
Mhm.
there's going to be a blended thing which
Mhm.
is there, but I think majority of the classes they will take place physically in the university.
Absolutely, we have the same belief, and of course, like like you can see, even in September, October intake, students were flying out of Nepal and India itself, or some other South Asian countries, to the UK. While many of the countries are still not opening the border, so UK has been that country, that is still welcoming these international students. And of course, there is a
Right.
new strain that is found in UK, but of course, like they are getting on those issues. I mean, on that variant, and then of course, the good news is, like we have several vaccines in the market. Like UK has, I believe, like approved three vaccines already, and some are in the pipeline. That means, like they also confirmed that they would be offering this vaccine to the students as well, international students as well, when they are there.
Yes.
So that also gives us, like more relief, that our students won't be left out while their vaccination is rolling out. So that means we are not going to be online as international student, even if we travel to the UK, like taking the classes. Rather, like the university itself, like many others, have a plan for offering the on-site and online, like both kind of hybrid programs. Because even before, like you said, some of the programs were offered online, and some part of the program was offered online. So like it's not new thing for the university to offer courses online, but the portion, like what percentage of the program is offered online. But again, like you are going there not just like studying online. You would rather like ask us why go to the UK if we are going to take classes online only. But you see, like the government has just been like uh, the government is controlling the situation, trying their best, and then maybe imposing lockdown for some time, but it's not going to be there for all the time. I mean, it's not going to be there forever. And this will come up fully, like soon, with this lifting of the lockdown, and things will be normal. And again, uh,
Yes.
we just discussed about like May intake and September intake, which means like few months to go, and this vaccine rollout process are speeding up. And then this means like many of the people hopefully will get vaccinated, like in few months. That means you are still on a safe side. So you're not supposed to be studying every course online only. Rather, you'll be like offered like on site classes as well. So that's what I've been hearing from other universities too, and I just heard from you, Assis, and so I think
Yes.
it's giving us
And
more.
also, what I feel in terms of COVID is that, there was a time just a few months back, everything was in full swing
Mhm,
in, London, and, things have opened up. The hospitality sector had opened up finally.
mhm,
Everything was there. So it's just a matter of taking precaution that,
mhm,
the government is resorting to in terms of imposing this lockdown.
Right.
once the vaccination drives are over, once the lockdown is open, the recovery will be very steep. It will be
Mhm.
abrupt because things are
Speedy, yeah.
already in place. It's just a matter of opening up. So that's where I see that various avenues will open up for the students as well.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So, like, I think in even in Nepal, that's where our students, like majority of our students, are coming from. I mean, will be applying from Nepal. Like, we see that flexibility as well. I don't think we have, vaccines, so many vaccines in the country, but yet, like, people are following the protocol, safety protocols, like, using masks, like sanitizing them, and of course, like, social distancing as much as possible for
Mhm.
them. But still, like, I would see crowds, like forming in certain places. So that means we also like seeing the students visiting us. Our students are taking the classes at our institute, and also like taking the test like IELTS and this PTE. So this means, things are coming back to normal in this way. But again, like, there are still the pandemic there, but uh, we are not far behind getting that vaccines on our arms. So why not, like, get going with our plans? See, like, even there was no certainty, like, we had no vaccine news, vaccine developments last year. Like, only at the end of last year, like, we had that news coming out. But that time also,
Yes.
like, students were applying and students were, traveling to the UK. So this is the time, like, when we are coming out of our house, of course, I know, following the protocols, but we taking the classes, starting the application. That means, like, let's prepare ourselves for upcoming intake. Like, we just discussing about upcoming intakes. May intake, that's the next one. And it's very good news that University of West London, among a very few university, offers a May intake for both undergrad and master's program. Right, Assis? Can you talk a little bit
Okay.
about?
Yes, so I'll just give a brief about the intakes that we have at the University of West London. So,
Hmm.
overall in a year there are four intakes, and two of our intakes, the September intake and the February intake, they are of a direct masters and the undergrad.
Hmm.
So, these are the two intakes that we have for undergrad and direct masters. The remaining
Hmm.
two intakes that we have, that is October and the May June intake, that is an extended masters intake. So,
Hmm.
uh, it's a 15 months extended masters
Hmm.
without an internship, or a 22 months extended masters with an internship.
Hmm.
And what exactly is an extended masters for students who would be wondering? It's kind of a pre-masters, as in
Hmm.
for applicants who haven't been able to qualify for the direct masters, they can apply for an extended masters,
Hmm.
wherein the entry requirements are a little lower than that of a direct masters. So
Hmm.
it's
So,
it's it's something for
so
them.
I also, like, like I said, like, there's a undergrad or bachelor's program. So there's not undergrad program in mid intakes, like in May or October. Is that correct? Or
Yes, yes. So we only have the undergrad intakes in
okay,
September and in
okay.
February.
My apologies on that. I thought, like, we have undergrad programs in May.
I know
I
it can get confusing because there are so many intakes and all
uh,
these programs. It gets confusing for me as well sometimes.
Right. But thanks for correcting me. And yeah, but of course, those extended program, like you just explained, you have some more months to complete the program, master's program. So that is the extended version. So for that, like, you'd be paying a little extra money, a little extra tuition on that, or because you are taking it for some more time. What is it?
Hi, yes. So again, thanks for pointing out. I really missed out on the fee structure
Uh
as a
huh.
part of my presentation as well.
Right.
So to all the students, I'll give a little glimpse about the fees for the
Yeah.
direct and the extended programs as well.
Mm-hmm.
So for the fee structure for an undergrad program is £12,750 per year, and the fee structure for direct masters or postgrad program is £13,250 per year, and then masters are 1 year courses.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the internships are concerned, So we do have internship programs at the bachelor's and at the master's level, also at the extended postgrad or extended master's level as well.
All right.
So talking about the fees
Mm-hmm.
for, let's say, internship for an undergrad course, the fees for the internship year will be £2,000,
Mm-hmm.
and the fees for the internship duration for masters,
Mm-hmm.
that will be typically 6 to 8 months of internship, depending on the course. It
Mm-hmm.
is £600 extra for the internship duration. So that's all about the direct courses, the direct undergrad and the direct postgrad course. As far as the extended courses are concerned,
Mm-hmm.
so the 15 months extended masters without an internship, the fees is £14,975.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so somewhere around, let's say, £1,500, 1600 pounds more than that of a direct masters, because the
Mm-hmm.
students will be studying 3 months of extended studies, a few
Mm-hmm.
extra modules, which will also help them in order to lay a strong foundation for their direct studies ahead.
Great.
For the extended masters with an internship, the 22 months course, or I would say it's almost a 2 years course, So the fees is £16,275. So for the 2 years
Mhm.
course.
All right. So I would say, like, tuition is starting uh, like from 12,750 per year, right?
Yes, exactly. The
Great.
undergrad fees.
Okay. All right. And see, like, many students have got the questions about the ITS waiver. Like if they got a good academic, let's say, uh, English score in their past academic, or like they or what are the chances of like waiving that English proficiency, or let's
Okay.
say those
So as
qualities.
far as IELTS waivers are concerned, Pawan, what we are able to do is we are able to waive off IELTS, but only in, let's say, the international boards. If students have done their year 12 from an international board or something, or they have
Mhm.
a UK degree which they have even studied back home in their, back
Okay.
in their home country. So then we are able to waive an IELTS, but otherwise an IELTS of 6.0 for an undergrad course or
Uh-huh.
6.5 for a postgrad course is mandatory. So that's something that we require.
All right. So you raised that, I know, like a very good point. Like when you have a degree from internationally accredited universities, for example, like we have several local colleges in Nepal that offers international, like British degrees or American degree or like some European degree. So you're
Yes.
talking about like the degrees from those English speaking countries, or I know, like, or it depends. Like, I mean, you
Yes,
hand
exactly.
on case by
So
case.
from those countries,
Mhm.
if they have a bachelor degree from these countries, then we are able to consider them for an IELTS waiver.
Right. So you need to receive uh, like medium of instruction MOI later for them, or not, or you typically go with the transcript of that institution.
No, though MOIs are required for these students, what we can go is, from the academic documents that they produce or the transcript that they produce, we are able to waive IELTS on the basis of that.
Hmm. Okay. That's a very good information, actually. Like because students were not able to take the IELTS test or some other like sort of English proficiency test, mostly in 2020. Now they just like starting to get those testing dates available
Yes.
in the country. So, but again, like students would like to see if there is any opportunity without taking this sort of English test as well. So from that viewpoint, I wanted to check with you. Thanks for
Yes.
making it
Yes,
clear.
exactly.
And I think you did you mention about like English waiver, like if they got let's say 65 percentage in English in or 70 percentage. So did you also like mention about that, because some university has that option?
No, actually, we are unable to do that. So only and only if they have, let's say, their 12th from an international board,
Hmm.
then we are able to consider for an
Okay, that's
IELTS
the only
waiver.
way.
Otherwise, yes, an IELTS will be required from applicants.
Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah, yeah. Thanks for
Yes,
making
what
it
they can do
clear.
is in terms of one comfort that the applicants have or the students have is the pre-sessional English courses that we offer
Mm,
that as well. We
right.
also have the extended masters. So, by chance, a master's applicants has a 6.0 and is wondering what to do. So they can either go for an extended masters in the month of May, or they can consider the
Pre-sessional.
pre-sessional
Okay.
English courses if they have taken, let's say, a UKVI IELTS or something, that is, which is because a UKVI IELTS or
It's
equivalent is required for the pre-sessional English courses.
exactly. That's also a good option. Or even if they don't score high enough, let's say 6 in IELTS instead of 6.5, and they still want to go to that program, then they could, like, still go for that program, like, having that extended master's program. And
Yes.
but again, they were that would be UKVI, or, like, with 6 the general IELTS, with the extended course, they can go with that.
So both the options are available. I would say,
All
let's
right.
say if an applicant is there, if the applicant has a 6.0,
Mm-hmm.
which is a normal IELTS and not a UKVI IELTS, what
Okay.
they can look forward is they can look forward to an extended masters.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if they have a UKVI IELTS, they can look for a pre-sessional English course,
Mm-hmm.
which will range from, let's say, from 2 months to 3 months, depending on the IELTS bands that the applicant has scored.
All right.
Uh,
Yeah,
that is
let's
something
make
which
it
is
clear.
possible. Other than that, for undergrad courses, if the students have lesser grades, then they will have to go through a foundation year. So that option is available with us as well in September
Great.
and in February.
Great. And now, like, let's start with the entry requirement real quick. Like you just mentioned about the IELTS requirement, but let's just recap, and the GPA requirement. So,
Okay.
can we talk about that?
Yes. So what we require is a GPA in terms of grades. What we require is a GPA of 2.6, for masters, for bachelors, and as I said, IELTS or 6.0 for
Hmm.
the bachelor's courses, and IELTS or 6.5 for the postgrad courses, with no component being below 5.5. So that is the standard requirement that we have
Hmm.
from Nepal as a country.
Hmm.
And again, if the students are not able to meet, let's say, either the GPA of 2.6,
Hmm.
then they have options of going through either, let's say, a foundation year for a bachelor degree, or an extended master's
Master.
for a postgrad course. So these are the kind of flexibility. This is the flexibility which is there. Also, applicant, if they have a required GPA, but for example, let's say at a master's level, they have a GPA of 2.75 or something, but they have an IELTS of 6.0,
Hmm.
then they can come on for the extended masters. That is an option which is available as well.
Great. Now, like, let's come to the academic documents, or what are the documents, or information required to make an application? Can you just
Okay,
explain that?
so
These are
the documents are pretty standard, all academic documents and all. It's just that we have revised our application form, which is there, and which I'm sure that you will have. So I think it's best to not stress the students over the academic documents and all these things. You can just be in contact with your counselors at Bradford. They
right.
have been sending students to UWL since a long time now,
Hmm.
so they will be able to guide you regarding the application forms, the all the documents regarding fetching your conditional offer if
Hmm.
required,
Hmm.
and regarding the personal statement questions in the application form, and all these things regarding the entry requirements, everything. I know it's a bit too much of information overload for the students, and would I think if I were a student, I would like to be spared of all these information overload, and also just the simplest thing will be just to be in touch with your counselors. He'll be able to help
Yeah,
you.
that's correct. And then we are here at Bradford Education, and we are located, our headquarters, at the New Banisha Chowk, 7th floor, Omkar building, just across the bakery, like, bakery cafe, the bakery cafe, or, like, just from that chowk, like, just like 2 minutes walk. And we are actually, like, helping a lot of students taking the IELTS or TOEFL or PT class as well. and mostly we prepare the students with the admissions process, like we call it like processing to these various universities in the UK, also in the US, in Canada, and in Australia, and of course some in New Zealand. So we are always happy to give them a lot of information as you can, and also the options on the table, so they would be they will be making the best decision in their life. And we are we are here at the Bradford with the expertise, we are from we are actually serving our students with our various degrees, qualification wise as well as experience wise. We are from different qualified from different parts of the world. Right now I'm here in the United States, and I have a lot of experience about helping the students coming to the United States, also helping the students to the UK, to Australia, to New Zealand, and to Canada. And I'm in this business for 15 plus years now. And my colleagues like Ravindra, Murari, and also Subhamsu, they are there for many years as well. And all our staff, like our family, would be treating you as our family member. We give you the authentic information. We do not have any quoted information, quoted, we don't want to sell any colored information right from the university, and then right the very truth that we want to share with you. And that's how we are getting successful in the international education industry. And we are in California, as well as in Sydney, and in Mandalay, Myanmar as well. And soon we'll be expanding to some parts of South Asia as well. We'll be announcing that too. And we have privilege of working with very good number of UK universities now. And one of them is Ashish very best, and our Nepalese students very best as well, like University of West London. For
We are
very
very proud of the Nepalese students. The
Yeah,
university is
right,
very,
yeah.
very glad to have all the Nepalese students.
Yeah, can you share what sort of feedback that you are receiving about our Nepalese students while they're studying there, or
Personally, I and when a few people whom I constantly speak to in the university, when I speak to them, they are like that. The students from Nepal are very sincere. They're very
right?
hardworking, and they are very good students in terms of what we say is a good student.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of students from Nepal who are very good students at the universities.
Exactly. That's what I've been hearing from various institutions across the UK and the US here, and Australia as well, and Canada and New Zealand. Because I think that's the quality of our students who choose the best at any of this study destination. Maybe first thing is they are kind of research based generation at the moment, and then that actually helps us, we as a consultant, and yourself as a university or the education provider. Because uh, the programs that we are organizing here today also, it is with the same purpose. Why not provide this information as the first hand information to our potential students, rather than just copying and copying, and then sharing and sharing. That might be you try to share 100% of what you got to have on your mind. But when you start having people sharing it to those students, then some person always is missing out, and then you
Yes.
could derail the process, and then students might get some misguided, I said misleading information that would jeopardize their future. So we don't want that. And with the beginning of pandemic, of course, this pandemic hasn't done anything good to anybody in the whole world. But at least for we could actually uh, get this positive information about career plans, and about we still can be hopeful in the world. So kind of optimistic plans we're sharing with, and this platform being live with you together, and then sharing this information with our viewers, I think that has been very productive and very effective. That's what we get to hear from our students. And the reason why we are getting so many students applying to our universities overseas at the moment is because I think we are selling the truth. We are telling the
Oh,
truth.
yeah. Yep. That thing has to be there. ethics is, it is a must
Mhm.
that has to be there in any field,
Right.
especially concerning the students. That is something that can't be compromised, can't even thought to be compromised, I would say.
Exactly. So because we care about the students' future, that's where we are, relying our future on as well. So that's our key to the success, like I explained. Um, Ashish, one more time, I want to thank you for your very valuable time today. And I know, you just got over with this intake enrollments. Now I know you are gearing up for next big intakes, and we
Uh,
sure gonna be happy with you. Having you having you again and again on this platform or like any other. And more than that, we can't wait to see you guys, visiting us, and then helping the students in person as well.
Sure. Thank you so much. Thanks, Pawan, for inviting us, and thanks for inviting us to start the virtual round of fairs with Bradford. And thanks to all the viewers for being a part of it. And it was really nice to interact with you all.
Exactly. And Ashish, anything like as a last word, like if they are ready to apply, then what's the message to the students who are ready to apply?
Okay, yes. So, it's always, one thing that I missed and would really like to emphasize is that it's always better to apply early for the coming intakes, be it September or be it, uh, you know, May, June, October. Not October, October hasn't started yet, but September and June are the current intakes that we are focusing on. And it's always better to apply for two reasons.
Hmm.
First is, there is no application fees as such, so anyways you're not going to lose out on anything. And second thing is that you don't need to have all the documents. If you're waiting for some documents, you can always apply and have a conditional offer in your hand, and then wait for the documents. And then once you have the documents, you can furbish it. The offer will become unconditional in a day. Otherwise, sometimes what happens is, for example, if I speak about the February intake that we had, there the seats got full at a certain point of time, and then there were applicants who had applied later and they couldn't be a part of the Feb intake. So to avoid this, it's always better to make an application as early as possible. The
Hmm.
third thing, there is a third thing which I would like to emphasize, and which I really missed, was regarding the scholarships. So the
Yeah.
first things first, to apply for a scholarship is that the applicants need to hold an offer. So even if the applicants want to apply for the scholarship, they won't be able to if they don't hold an offer. So that is the third reason. And we
Mm,
do have the International Ambassador Scholarship, which is applicable to any and all of the international applicants, which is up to, the award is up to £5,000.
wow. That's great to hear from you. I think we were missed out, and now you just pointed that. It's a great news, dear students, the potential students, and whoever watching us today. We really appreciate your time. Please note that you can start your application now with us, even if you are waiting for your final transcript or IELTS test score. Like Ashish suggested you. See, things are getting back to normal with the development vaccine and their rollout to the, let's say, their distribution to the market. As you are preparing your LTS and all, see, this is the right time. You do not want to wait for the floors, to come in, come at a point, and then get yourself floated away. In a sense, you don't be, don't lose yourself in that crowd, because see, when you are waiting for that moment, then of course there are plenty of application coming through to the university admission team as well, and that might get delay as well. And you see that the scholarships things that Asi just mentioned, up to 5,000 at University of West London, that means a lot, of financially, that helps you a lot. And this is the time, to make application, and then we accept it, and then we consider up to that scholarship amount. And when things are moving ahead, I think you'll be the one getting the decision from the UKVI, from the High Commission about your visas also. You can plan for your travel in time, and so many things, and that won't hurt you. So start your application now. Like, come ask us anytime. We are open every day besides Saturday, and we'd be happy to have you there and then help you further. All right. And Ashish, thank you so much once again, and hope to see you soon. All right. Stay
Thank
safe.
you.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye
you,
bye.
Pawan.
Bye. Dear viewers, hope you like our session today, and it was the University of West London, and we really enjoy our partnership with them as their approved agent for Nepal and other countries. So we'd love to have you come and visit us and ask about your application process, the programs that you'd be able to apply to, and this way, we definitely get you to your desired study destination. And beginning today, this is the 11th February. We began our month long UK Education Virtual Fair, and please stay tuned in. We have next session, next live from Navitas, UK. If you have heard about Navitas, or if you haven't, I want to talk about that. It is a pathway provider from the to the UK, Australia, Canada, US, and some other countries as well. So if you do not meet the required academic or IELTS requirement, then you could be still joining your desired universities by taking their pathway. So this is all about. And of course, we have our own Mr. Anup Shrestha, who is the area manager for Nepal, will be joining us on this 15th February at 10 a.m. Nepal time. Please stay tuned in. And again, I want to thank you for your time today. And this is our fair ongoing and we hope to um, have you start your process with us soon. And that way, we want to share our success together with you. All right. Till then, stay safe. And I'm signing off for today. Bye bye. Stay safe and namaste. Bye.